Hello everybody and welcome once again to Casual Gamer as we continue our F1 2017 career mode into the 10th round, the halfway point of the season of Season 1 with Toro Rosso driver Ben Waterworth. I am your host Ben Waterworth, and before we get here into Silverstone, let's see what happened in Austria. Qualified in 7th, satisfied with that and even more satisfied with 4th place. Just missing out on a podium, had a good battle with Kimi Räikkönen after also having an earlier battle with Valtteri Bottas too, but 4th place, our highest finish so far in a Toro Rosso. Now, before we get here into qualifying, did a little bit of an upgrade on the engine heading into this, so a slight bit of improvement we'll see hopefully on raw pace, but we'll certainly see how we go here. Red Bull very much interested after our strong showing in Austria as well, but surely that will drop away here in Silverstone. Best qualifying here of 17th in Season 2 on F1 2016 career mode, so can we top that? We will soon wait and see. Much prefer Silverstone short after having raced in that earlier in the invitational event, and it's looking very gloomy here in Silverstone, as often is the case, and you're going to predict that Lewis Hamilton is going to romp to a pole and a victory here, as he often does in real life. Now, how does the car feel here in Silverstone? Again, just so glued to the track. You can definitely push it a lot more in F1 2017, which is a good thing. I'm so far fairly satisfied with this difficulty level. I think I'm still on 71 from memory after starting on 72. I think I might be on 70. I did change it after initially thinking you couldn't change it. I found out where you could, and I think I've really hit the sweet spot as we whack open the DRS, head up here into Stowe. We're on 13th position at the moment, which is ahead of our team's expectation of 15th, and of course will be my highest ever qualifying in Silverstone, which I will gladly take. Not if I get a little bit rough there, which lost me a little bit of time, but as we head now into the final section, 13th looks like it is ours for the taking. Hamilton will get the pole position. We will cross the line in 13th place. Jeff is happy, and yeah, I'll take it. That puts us in good stead for potentially some points, as long as we have a dry race. That would be nice, and we'll see how that goes as we move on to race day at Silverstone, and let's do that now. Now, we haven't had 2 consecutive race finishes since China and Bahrain earlier in the season, so there we go. And we haven't had consecutive points finishes at all in F1 2017. Did a bit of a good run in the F1 2016 Season 2, of course. 97 points I got in that second season, so that's the goal. We'll try and beat that every season. 9th place in the second season on F1 2016, after getting 35 points and 11th in our very first season. Now, obviously, the development points are a lot down because we spent some. Our rivalry, we caught up. It's a lot tighter how they do it. And Red Bull again, look at that, increase the interest in me. Could we be a Red Bull driver in our next season? We're just going to keep that consistency level up. Let's go to the race here in Silverstone. It looks like we might have a drive on, or have I perhaps jinxed that? And unlike in F1 2016, we seem to do okay sometimes when it comes to improving our starting position off the grid in terms of our finishing position. So, can we sniff out some points here in Silverstone? That would be very, very nice. Consecutive points finishes, but again, based on the recent trend, it's been finish DNF, finish DNF, finish DNF, finish, so we're due for a DNF here if the patterns continue. Alrighty, we know Hamilton's on pole, and I believe Vettel was second, so let's just have a quick gander at the grid. Yes, that is correct, so Räikkönen no doubt will be third, and Bottas will probably be fourth. Oh, it's the other way around. Bottas third, Räikkönen, who's losing his championship ground a lot, Ricciardo fifth, Verstappen sixth, Massa seventh, Perez eighth, Grosjean, Hülkenberg, Ocon, Magnussen, myself, Sainz, out-qualify my teammate. That's a good feeling. Palmer, Stroll down in 16th place. Alonso and Van Dorn, which means, of course, we will have Verline and Ericsson, no doubt, as the last 2. Of course they are. Alrighty, let's do this, folks. Let's get this Silverstone feast underway. And again, we're not doing lights out and away we go. Everybody does that online. So we're going to get with the Murray Walker. It is go, 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 go in Silverstone. That really didn't sound too much like the great, legendary Murray Walker. I like David Croft, but he's no Murray. And, whoa, somehow I managed to hold on to all of that. Go myself a little bit wide. Oh, and I've tacked the front wing. He knew it had to come eventually. Whoa, and that was a bit aggressive by the Renault. And somehow that's managed to keep me up even further. I don't know how I've managed to hold on to those positions and actually gain ground after being bummed there by a Renault. Damaged front wing, which is not a good feeling at any circuit, but Silverstone, it's going to definitely give me a bit of headaches coming through some of these high-speed corners. Jeff's telling me there's a viable strategy change, and as always, it's like, shove it up your rectum there, Jeffrey. It's a 5-lap race. We're not pitting. It's, oh, God, you can really feel that wing. They've definitely increased the damage in terms of feeling. If you watch any of those F1 2016 videos where I damaged my wing, generally you can kind of get a feel for the car and sort of just feel it out and ride it out, whereas this time around, I mean, again, if it was a longer race, I would definitely pit, but again, there's no purpose in pitting because it's only a 5-lap race. They want me to finish in 15th or higher. I'm still in the points slightly, so we're just going to try and defend ourselves the best we can. Bottas must be leading this Grand Prix because he's just set the fastest lap of the race. So he's gone from 3rd to 1st. It's a good start for the Bottas, who at least in game world has not won a Grand Prix yet. So there you go. Obviously in real life he has, but that's only his first win coming this year in real life. So if we're going to take this game as I guess a replication of real life, he is yet to win a Grand Prix. So there you go. Now, I'm going to have a lot of trouble keeping these guys behind me. Massa is very racy. I'm going to try and push him away there, and I think I covered him enough there. I did. I'm going to be a little bit aggressive, which, you know, got to have to be a little bit in these games, given the AI very racy, but I have this train behind me. This is very similar, I feel, to what happened in Australia, where the guys in front of me are just going to pull away, and I just have to somehow manage it, and hopefully in Australia where Grosjean decided to have a bit of a tango dance with me, I hope that is not going to be the case this time around. I'm having to ease off the throttle so much into these corners with my damaged front wing, and it is definitely a bitch of a car to drive right now, and I think Massa's just going to waltz around me here. I'm going to have to zigzag a little bit off my line, not too much, I don't want to take myself out. He's going to take me into stove. I just late brake a little bit. Lucky I'm at a wide circuit where I can get away with that. And I know that as we cross the line up here, we're going to have DRS enabled, and I'm going to be a sitting little quacky duck. Points might be a real stretch. I don't think I can defend it. I've just got to somehow keep myself in the top 15 to please the team. That's going to be my goal here at Silverstone, because Massa's just going to drive right around me there. Nothing I can do about that, and he's done that before DRS, so he's gotten a little bit impatient. Now I've got the Hulk behind me, and I do not doubt that he too will eat me up for breakfast very, very shortly. It's just a matter of, can I keep at least a couple of these guys behind me to maintain my top 15 status and not do a usual Ben and bin it at some point. Wouldn't it be nice to just have an actual battle where the only battles that basically I lose are just on track and not get spun out or crashed into or all that sort of stuff? One can hope. Anyway, we're past the halfway point of the race. I'm still hanging on slightly here to Massa, but I'm going to have to brake into this corner, the old turn 1, just because I can't take it flat out, because I'm going to go wide just with my front wing. And that allows him to streak away. Again, I have to whack on the brakes once again, whack on the brakes again there, whack on the brakes there, and try and hold it on towards the racing line. Hulkenberg surely is going to eat me for dinner here coming into DRS. I'm going to try and plant one that way. I'm going to go that way slightly. Ocon behind. I'm getting very aggressive there, driving off my line. And if this was real life, I do think I would get a penalty for that. That was a little bit dirty by myself there, but you've got to do what you can to try and defend yourself ever so slightly. Something I probably wouldn't do in an online race, because I was complaining a little bit about that in some of the online modes that I was doing in F1 2016 the other day. Alright, penultimate lap. I'm still in the points, but I'm not confident that I'm going to stay here, as I just had to cut a little bit on turn 1. Just trying so hard to keep Hulkenberg behind me. Damaged front wing is just making this car a disaster to drive. The understeer is incredible. Oh god, you can feel it. Massa has just streaked away meanwhile. And it's all about hanging on here. Can we hang on? Remember, we've got to finish top 15 is what we need to please the team. But points would be fantastic here in Silverstone. I do not think I can do it. I am not confident in the slightest that I can keep this gap. Because I just feel that Hulkenberg, come DRS again, it's very hard to defend, particularly in this section here, because I always have to hit the brakes. I'm going to run wide. That's surely going to let him go past me. No, he's just not close enough. He's going to have to take me into this section right now. I'm just doing everything in my powers to just keep him behind, to make my car the widest car on track right now. And he's going to have a huge run on me here. We're going to plan it to the left. We're going to plan it to the right. We're going to plan it to the left again. And again, he doesn't take me out, though. So that's, I guess, a slight improvement in the AI. Or maybe it's just Hulkenberg as a driver. As I whack the microphone there. Sorry for that bit of scratchiness. Well, Grosjean's past Hulkenberg. Well, we know what Grosjean is capable of after what happened in Australia. I think I'd much rather Hulkenberg behind me at this present time. But we'll see how we go. Got a bit of a gap there as we start our last lap here in Silverstone. Can I hold on? I'm still in 9th position. Oh, I cut very close to the barrier there. Nearly ended my race from my own mistake. 2 points right now is mine for the taking if I can hold on. It's very tense here right now. This is almost like back when I was battling for victories in my Sauber days. But this time around I'm battling for 2 points. Now, Grosjean, is he going to have a bit of a run on me here? He's gaining on me. He's gaining on me. It's only going to make it better for him coming up into the DRS zones. As I just, again, get a little bit too ragged on the edge. Ride the curb coming into the final turn, at least in the old circuit. Pull a little bit away. Looks like I've got a bit more engine power in the Renault than he does in the Ferrari. But it's still going to have to be a break by myself there. Better to break early than run wide. He's going to surely take me into Stowe, given that I think he's just a little bit more aggressive than Hulkenberg is in that Renault. Valtteri Bottas, meanwhile, has won his first Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to Valtteri there. But right now, it's all about me. Can I hold on to this? I'm going to sweep one side. I'm going to weave. I'm going to be a bastard here. I'm going to weave that way. I'm going to weave there. I've got Grosjean right to the left of me. I'm scared for my safety right now. Oh, I've pushed him out of it. But I've run wide. I've run wide. And Hulkenberg's taken me. Can I take him back into this part of the circuit? I'm going to try it. I'm going to hold on to it. I think I might have done enough. I think I just got him at the end there. I did it clean enough that it's not going to cause me a penalty. Yes! Oh! That is the most satisfying 9th position I've ever had on a Formula 1 game. Oh, that feels good. Bring me a tissue. Oh, I can breathe again. Consecutive points finishes. And, wow. I did not think I was going to be able to hold on to that. Valtteri Bottas, though, wins his first Grand Prix. Congratulations, Valtteri. Oh, wow. Let's see what happened off the start here as I catch my breath. Just squint and tell me if that doesn't look real. You're going to see me there get a bit of a slow start. And I think that would have been Palmer behind me. Goes side by side. Then near my teammate. I'm forced out of a go around. All three of them, if you don't mind. Now, I think I'm going to hit a Haas here. That's why I ran myself wide on the pit exit. The two Haases clashed with each other. And I clipped the back of Hulkenberg. It was Hulkenberg who actually damaged that wing. Bang him again. Squeezed through both of them, though, at that point. Which was a good little feeling. And that is kind of where I held on to that, basically, from that point. So I'd lose that position to Massa. And then from there on in... that was my battle towards the end of the race. I actually would love to go to the end and just see that last little sequence, just where that felt so darn good to be able to hold on there to get those 2 points. Such a satisfying finish to the race. Massa's going to go past me there any time now. No, there he goes. So, just once again, Casual Gamer Oz, where we can't be bothered editing any of this fast forwarding out. It just looks fun, doesn't it? Zoom, 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 zoom. And Hulkenberg just Not as aggressive as Grosjean was towards the end when he got ahead, but we're going to see. Look how close they all are to me there. Crazy. Now we're going to come into the last part of the circuit here. Here we go. Let's just ride with this right now towards the end. Somehow, how the hell did I hold on to this? You watch this coming into this last part of the circuit. There's no way I should have kept 9th place in this Grand Prix. Again, I was way too aggressive. Just look at the run here. I sweep across. Hulkenberg gets a run on Grosjean. So I'm looking at Grosjean there. I'm not even realising about Hulkenberg. And I've run myself wide. Come back on the circuit. Hulkenberg's got me. I've said, well, let's give it one more crack. Somehow I hold onto it on the brakes. Run myself slightly wide there. But it's enough to hold on. And look at that train behind me. And that is a satisfying 9th position. There you go. Alrighty. So Bottas wins from Vettel, Hamilton 3rd, Raikkonen, Ricciardo, Verstappen, Perez, Massa. Myself, Hulkenberg gets that final point. So standings wise, Hamilton still leads by 12 points. Vettel moves up into 2nd place in the championship. Raikkonen, after leading early on, is dropping right down the order now. He's in 3rd. Bottas moves in slightly closer there. 32 points, cover the top 4. Very close championship. Ricciardo, Verstappen, Massa. Myself, I'm within 6 points of Perez now, and he's also my rival in the championship, so we'll see how we go. I've nearly eclipsed my Season 1 from 2006 total already at the halfway point of this season, and Ocon in 10th place. Constructors, no change anywhere. Mercedes are within 6 points of Ferrari at this moment. Red Bull 3rd, Williams 4th, Force India. We are 6th, and we are now, 13 points behind Force India. We're going to try and finish 4th in the Constructors this year. We'll try our darndest. Haas in 7th, Renault in 8th, McLaren, Sauber, no points. We're at the halfway point of the season, folks, and we're enjoying it so far. F1 2017, a solid 9th place for us here in Britain, and we'll be back, of course, for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Remember to like this video or dislike it if you really don't like it. Comment, subscribe, everything else in between. Thank you for tuning in to Casual Gamer Oz, and we'll speak to you next time.